We are in the post show. Oh, why do I don't have my overlays here for the post show?
We're going to join the actual post-show channel
Yeah,
today,
yeah. If
right?
you want to jump over to the post show channel, that's fine. Yeah, there we go. That's why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there with Twitch. That was weird. So I won't do anything. Like I won't start uploading anything just in case. I'll wait a little bit. Yeah, weird. I don't know. Weird. Yeah, 13 ticket. Did you miss it, C-Sam? Did you miss the history? You know, it was you started pulling based on who was online. So one ticket for everybody who was online Discord, and it got a little bit unwieldy. So there was too many people on Discord, so it stopped at 13 tickets. So, you know, when there was only 4 or 5 people on our Discord live at a time, you pulled for one, you know, who was there. But now that there's, you know, several hundred, I mean, if you want to do the several hundred ticket challenge, that's fine. But we at some point changed it to the 13 ticket challenge as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. There's no hard and fast rule about it. And also doesn't look like the channel is used much anymore.
No, it's not. It is not used, and so it may be the way of the dodo, as I said.
Yeah, we're probably gonna kill the channel soon.
Sorry, guys. My cat. You might have even heard not, but he was crying a lot during the show. My younger cat, he's kind of needy, and I don't know why he's got so much energy. He's been outside for like most of the afternoon, and he comes in and he's still got tons of energy. And I don't know why.
Huh.
So he's been crying a lot. Again, I'm sorry if you guys heard him.
It was not coming through the mic.
Yeah, maybe he didn't pop up, but I know he was crying when I was trying to, you know, take my turn. It's just driving me nuts. He's just driving me nuts. So I'm kind of trying to give him the attention he's been seeking for like the whole show.
Gotcha.
Cat cam when? Mine are locked in the laundry room like vagrants. So
I think I've shown some pictures in TCC supporters before, but if I haven't,
yeah,
well, I can post some new ones.
Sub to the channel if you want. Wait a minute, I gotta be careful about that. Those exclusive cat pics, cat tax. Oh goodness, that's the kind of thing you get on our OnlyFans. You get pictures of the cats.
Yep.
And Crease's arm, wrist device there.
Nah, you don't get that.
just the actual device, not a picture of Crease in it. Just the actual device. Get exclusive pictures of random things around our houses. But as we learned today, Arrow, it's OnlyFans it's not the cash cow that we would hope it is, right?
Why is that?
She'll ask her, yeah, like my dog during every Zoom, or my kids during every Zoom work call this morning as I was remote. My boys were remote learning here as I had a fairly important meeting today. Didn't go well. No, Mino shared this.
Yes.
This article in one of our private channels about these young people getting on OnlyFans and realizing there's all kinds of competition and they weren't making any money.
Yeah.
So, for different reasons. So, Mino was reading it from a different perspective than I know Macnell was reading it. So
yeah, I think Macnell and I kind of read it a little differently than Mino. And then, of course, with how it was kind of the topics it was dealing with, for me, I have some strong opinions that I didn't fully delve into because I was
People
kind of
were
busy.
rushing to OnlyFans to try to make money and finding
Yes.
that they were struggling to find an audience.
Yes.
So it wasn't working as a source of income like they had hoped, is my interpretation of what you're talking about.
Correct. Yeah, and there are obviously a lot of different reasons for that, but part of it seemed to be and I did not read the article. Part of it seemed to be
I have not read the article because I missed this conversation. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, for me too, and so, but yeah, I mean, the part of it seemed to be there are some very popular folks on. There are some very popular folks on OnlyFans, so celebrities of different celebrity fame who are on there, or streamers, and so. But yeah, it was somebody was there, like Jin Lee. Jin Lee's OnlyFans, very notorious, very very notorious. Jin Lee,
A very popular Jin Lee OnlyFans
Yes.
content creator.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Can we get a link to your OnlyFans, Jin Lee? No, just Mino. Just Google. Just go to OnlyFans and just type in Jin Lee. You'll find it. Type in Mino while you're there too. You are represented on OnlyFans as well. So just search on OnlyFans. You'll find all kinds of interesting content. But yeah, so I think Mino said something like there was somebody who is working 8 hours a day on OnlyFans and they only made $250 since July. If that's the truth, there's something wrong, because that's not
Something's wrong.
that's too much time to not make any money after 7 months.
Yeah.
Unless that was like profit versus, yeah. Yeah, Mino, they're just ugly. That's they should have probably learned that in August then. Why can't I?
What are you trying to do, Mark?
I was trying to follow the link here that Jin Lee shared, but it won't let me do it without logging in. Because I have the Discord app open. I don't have Discord open on my internet browser. I have it up on the actual app on the Windows.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know. I do. We have talked about this. I really, I feel bad for people. I mean, obviously, if content
People are
creation,
struggling right now.
Well, yeah, everybody. I mean, yeah, I definitely feel bad for everybody. I feel pretty much bad for anybody younger than me. There's not a lot of young people, especially millennials or plurals, Gen Zs. It's just not a great time. And here in the United States, we have a terrible work ethic where we think you should work 80 hours a week and not make anything. A lot of other places in other parts of the world have a little bit better sense of, yeah, maybe you shouldn't work 74-hour weeks. And actually, the church that I'm involved in, the Methodist movement, has been advocates for workers' rights here in the United States since 1800s. Making sure that, children shouldn't work. They should go to school and they should be children, and people should work 40-hour work weeks and they should be able to live on that. And we've gone away from that again. But yeah, in terms of content creation, though, I think, there's a few people that hit into an audience, they make it big, and they make it big real quick. And then they work ridiculous hours and they work nonstop. And if they take a break, they're done. And so, you can either hit it good, you can make $1 million and then stop and be okay with it. But a lot of people burn out, and they burn out really ugly. And they burn out, and attempt suicide. They get depressed. They, do all kinds of things because, yeah, you're working nonstop. You're exposing yourself. You're being vulnerable to the entire world, taking all kinds of abuse. And again, sometimes you make it and sometimes you don't. And so, it's tough. It's not it's not something that I certainly aspire to. I mean, we do this for fun. It is nice that some of you beautiful people do, support us, so I don't have to spend a crazy amount of money on this. But yeah, I mean, it's for those people who want to do it, you do have to spend a lot of time. You have to put out a lot of content. You have to be consistent. And you probably, you need a bigger venue than, DeFo, that's for sure. Not that you can't make, a little extra money doing this. I mean, we have some, Josepher and 40 and lids, I mean, are probably high on the higher end, but I mean, Resfoina and Jin are making a little bit of money. When Jin was making videos, he's not making videos as consistently as he was. But it's tough. And there's some other streamers that are DeFo streamers, but yeah, they're not making thousands of dollars, and they're not replacing the need to, having a job. Yeah, so I don't know. It's different. I mean, it's to do something you love. I mean, I think that's what the goal is, right? You want to do something vocationally that fulfills you. And so, for a lot of people, this is what they think. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to do, and more power to you if that's what you want to do. So, but yeah, it's not easy. Even if it's OnlyFans, it's not easy, and it's not a guarantee that it's going to be good. And that, like Arrow said, that's a whole nother can of worms in terms of the exploitation and the exploitive nature of the sex work industry and some of the issues that come through there. So it's a different conversation, but
yeah. And like I said, I didn't get too deep into my views because I know they are not mainstream views any longer about how all that stuff is kind of viewed. I've got a little bit more of an older school view about the whole sex work industry. But that isn't to say I don't think it should exist, but it's a little more complicated than that. I don't want to get into it here because it's one of those topics where like you start and people just, it gets heated really fast.
That's fair.
This is welcome to the depressing,
very serious post show.
It's been a rough couple weeks, 2021. Not started out great, Sam.
We're 2 weeks into 2021, by the way.
We are 2 weeks, and it's not been the greatest 2 weeks. Oh,
yeah, it's 2021 is already looking like it's going to be a rough year, just based on how the news has been going. And I was hoping right on day one, but we're like 2 weeks in and I'm already like, yeah, 2021 is going to be just as awful as 2020.
I'll keep my fingers crossed that things can improve, but we'll see.
Yeah, WandaVision comes out on Friday, so I'm looking forward to that. Any other Marvel fans? I know Mino Spellgood loves comic books.
I thought Mino Spellgood was an anime.
He loves anime.
I thought all he watches is anime all day long.
He's into Danganronpa. That's like some of the most ultimate weeb anime.
Yeah, when is the next Danganronpa? However you say that, DR3.
Danganronpa.
When is the next stream there, Mino? I need to find out who the killer is.
What chapter is Mino on?
Just chapter 3. I have it saved on Twitch, the last 2 streams.
Chapter 3 is the double kill one.
Spoilers.
Hey, spoilers!
Spoilers. Chapter 3. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not spoiling anything yet.
Yeah.
I mean, all I did was spoil one of the setup premises for it. It doesn't reveal anything because honestly, that is one of the setups or one of the premises for chapter 3.
Wait, somebody dies in chapter 3? No! Spoilers.
All I revealed is that it might be more than one person.
Oh, Dronus says you ruined his life.
That's the reason I know. That's the reason I was very vague and just said what the basic premise was.
Everybody does die. That is the real lesson. I've not played. I did download some games on the actual PlayStation, so I've not been playing any other mobile games except for Defo. But I downloaded some.
Barely played any games this week because of the splint.
Yeah, I imagine that makes controllers tough. I did.
They have not tried holding a controller. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I gotta try at some point. As I said, it gave me a lot of control over a mouse and keyboard. I've been hesitant to try a controller because I could actually handle controller okay in my old splint and with no splint on. But I was explicitly told never to take the splint off.
Oh, nice.
Except when I'm sleeping. I can switch into my old splint while I'm sleeping. Or when I'm like showering and stuff. But I basically have it on 24/7.
Yeah, and how long are they expecting you to have to wear it?
Months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
However long it takes for the muscle to heal.
Right. Yeah, my daughter is
which can take months.
My daughter's been
the nerve to heal, not the muscle.
Right, yeah. My daughter's been in inpatient therapy, in an inpatient therapy setting for the last 2 weeks, and so she has a full body splint after her hip surgery that she's been wearing for a couple months now, and been adapted to a couple different splints and a couple different braces, and yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, they've been gone for 2 weeks up in the rehab facility, so getting all kinds of stuff and new equipment and all that kind of stuff. So not fun, that's for sure.
I assumed sorry, by the way, for any spoilers for Danganronpa, I assumed when you said Chapter 3 that you meant that you were already close to the trial portion. I
don't remember where Mino is at all. So
it's the radial nerve in my right arm that is damaged. Radial nerve is responsible for innervating the I think it's the flexor muscles in my right hand. The ones that are responsible for extensions outwards and upwards.
I'm also going to assume, Kreese, you are right-handed.
I'm left-handed.
Oh, you got lucky there then. I'm a lefty as well.
I'm somewhat ambidextrous, obviously, because I'm left-handed. So I do a decent number of things with my right hand.
How did we not? I can't believe this has never come up. We are all left-handed.
Yeah.
I did not know you were left-handed, Mark.
That is.
I thought we had this discussion before.
I don't recall that. That is hilarious. I don't know what the chances that, or what the statistical chance would be.
What is it, like 20% or something of like
10, 15% of the population?
Yeah.
So get this, my mom has had, I have 3 other siblings, so there's 4 of us. And one of my brothers is also a lefty. And one of them was ambidextrous. He could write with both hands, but they made him pick one in like kindergarten. So he went with his right hand.
Huh.
Well, my junior year of college. No, sophomore year of college. I think. I don't know. 1 year of college, I roomed with 3 other guys. And 3 of the 4 of us were left-handed, which, again, pretty weird odds of that happening, but so it goes. So this is your that's going to be next week, your left-handed podcast. We'll talk about cutting scissors.
Oh, don't even. I have a pair of scissors that were claimed to be left-handed.
They're not.
And all
there's no such thing.
They flipped the like the blades, but like the handle. And so it couldn't cut right. Like you would think you were cutting straight, but no, you weren't cutting straight at all with those scissors. They're the worst scissors in the world. I don't know what they thought left-handed scissors should be like, but it wasn't that.
Yeah, I've never found a pair.
I don't, but I just use right-handed scissors with a left hand.
Yeah, so CSDX says it's because of that creative right brain thing, right? Yeah. If you're left-handed, you're in your right mind, right? That is, it's technically not true. That's neurologically not. That's not particularly neurologically sound to say left-handed people access the right side of their brain, right-handed people access the left side. Your brain isn't really wired like that. We are finding out because of brain imagery. We're pretty still young in brain imagery, but we are finding out a little bit more. The brain isn't. But my grandmother, one of my adopted grandmothers, I should say, used to say that everyone was born left-handed until you committed your first sin. So take that as you will. Was a joke. I didn't mean that to be some serious. Yeah, brains are complicated. It is funny.
Brain is complicated.
Brain is hard.
Try not to get brain damage.
Brain is tough. Well, yeah, you are sinners, all of you people who are looking on OnlyFans while we're doing the post show. That should tell you something.
I mean, isn't that what Mino does all the time?
He is definitely not left-handed.
No, I mean browsing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Does OnlyFans truly only have like 18 plus content, or does it have other stuff like Patreon? Has like content for all kinds of creatives. Is it like
OnlyFans is not designed to just be 18 plus content. It just happens to have a large portion of 18 plus content because of the way it's designed.
It seems to attract that kind of branding. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You'd have to go and kind of look overall. It's not something I've ever done, nor do I have any interest. But I think that's the branding. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a great. That doesn't sound like a great OnlyFans that Mino just shared for Jin Lee. So.
Do I really want to click this link?
I don't think you probably do. I'll do it for you, and I'll tell you if you want to click it. I don't think you probably do. This could be Jen. Very.
I like mixing business with pleasure and doing things that make me sweat.
Yeah, very.
You're actually gonna read that out loud. Wow.
Very.
This is the post show.
Yeah, a very attractive, androgynous, perhaps, Jin Lee. So, beautiful person, one way or the other. So, yeah. But
maybe is JinLee for all.
No, that is Jin Lee's OnlyFans persona, Jizzly. So. But very, very handsome. Yeah, very handsome. I wouldn't go on record of claiming the gender or orientation of that individual, but very, very handsome person. Regardless. But yeah, nothing inappropriate generally. In that was just a profile. It's just like Facebook, except if you pay money, then it's like OnlyFans. But yeah, that was some safe work compared to some of the things that Mino has shared. From OnlyFans.
That one definitely come across as like
that was.
It's still adult content, but not of like an extremely explicit nature.
Yeah.
From my understanding, you can't show anything publicly that is inappropriate on OnlyFans.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah, what a weird.
How did we get on this tangent?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Mino. What a weird world. I mean, most of you grew up with much more internet access than I did, just because of my age. I really wasn't. My family was always at the technological. Is there content coming out here in Japan? Black Cloud says Kieran boards.
Yes, Zeta's translated and put it in JP all topic chat.
Nice.
If you guys are on our Discord and you want to check it out, it looks like Lion's pretty interesting as well. I don't think she's going to be game breaking in any way, but she looks interesting at least. And
I remember 56K modem sounds.
Yes, 56K modem sounds. And, I kind of miss the old Wild West internet days, where you had web rings and all that. And people made their own personal websites. And there was just so much like weird customization. I don't know. The Wild West internet was also weird internet, and it was kind of fun. Yeah. But
it was really weird.
It was really weird, but it was a cool weird, like, because not everybody and their mom was on the internet, and not everyone and their mom could just make a website. I mean, it wasn't. You could make a website pretty easily, but there was a lot of people who just didn't get how to make websites. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a very different experience to being on the internet in the 56K days.
Yeah, we were always on the cusp of technology, and I pretty much grew up with computers, even in the era. I mean, my brother graduated high school in the 80s, knowing several languages, going to a high school that didn't teach any computer programming languages. He found out and learned them on his own, went to colleges and community colleges that taught them. So he could learn as much as he could. And again, that was in the 80s. He's quite a bit older than I am. But so, I mean, we always had computers and stuff. And so, I mean, by the time I was in high school, I had access to the internet. But yeah, it was not, yeah, it was rough. And by college, we had the internet. But, my kids have access to the internet every day. And so, yeah, it's a whole different world, that's for sure. And what they have access to is very different. But yeah, it looks like Kieran LD boards and
HaateXIII BT and Line.
Oh yeah, HaateXIII is the next burst weapon.
Oh yeah.
He did get a small rework. It's all right. He got improvements on his debuffs by an extra 10%. So
we should be getting LD boards, right?
Yes.
HaateXIII gets LD boards, a rework for skill 1 and skill 2. It looks like, and a BT effect on enemy turn. Party brave heal by 100% of XDES attack. Lowers all targets' HP by 300% of XDES attack. Will not KO the target. Oh, so it does an HP poison or HP sap. Wow.
Oh, did you guys notice on Kieran's boards, they actually gave him an extra use of his LD? That's dumb, because now you got an extra use of Holy Raj Strike. That's basically what it means too. But hey, you got an extra 8 turns of that buff from him. I don't know. Cool. He got a whole bunch of stuff. It is wild what they gave Kieran. I'm like, okay, cool. Tempo Battery Man is still being the ultimate Tempo Battery Man. All right, that's a wrap. But it kind of makes me sad. I don't know if he's going to get a BT now since he got his LD boards right here. So who knows? Maybe Yuri is going to be another CC rep planned for the BT instead of old Kieran. Weird, but okay, I'll take it. I like Yuri a lot, so
I'm not banking on any other Crystal Chronicles BT anytime soon.
Yeah, so. out of those pro tag options, if they were going to add another one, it really would come down to Kieran and Yuri because of the way their kits work. Would you really be excited to use a Charlotta BT? Yep, it just wouldn't make any sense.
So excited. I'm not excited. I'd be excited if we get an alternate costume Karen. That's what I'm excited about. Someday.
Yeah, we got a female version of the model, right?
Someday we'll get Karen, justice for Karen. Yeah, Lion gets an LD, so.
Yeah, it looks really good too, and she has like this thing when she uses her Brave Plus, she'll go behind the turn of a selected ally. That's cool. That's gonna lead to some interesting setups.
Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, it seems like there's not really a lot of new characters, right? But they are increasing the number of LDs and LD boards that are coming out a little bit more frequently in Japan. So that's balanced out a little bit. So yeah. Huh. Well, pick up your X-Death LD now and then have it better when he comes back with his burst, so that you can pull for Lion's LD and all that crap. But
Yeah. Lion looks good though, because remember, guys, she has an EX where she gets back a use of her skill 1. You can be a spam happy person, and she's gonna have follow-ups. So fun.
Yeah, Lion will have had a long time between. I mean, Zell still, right? Eventually, Zell is getting his, right? Yeah,
His was Zonde.
Zell got his or is getting his LD, right? Yeah, Lion has cursed arts, so but thankfully they're a little easier to manage with
you
the
get by with the buff attack in the 108.
Yeah, hers aren't as bad, right? I don't remember.
She has a charged powder keg thing, but you don't need that. You need the buff attack that she has more. Right. So if you can get 3 copies of that, you're gold. I ran with that for like a really long time until there was that event with the Aphmau, and I farmed the heck out of that to get the 108 buff attack speed thingies, whatever you call them. I never remember the whole name. They're too long.
Right. Interesting. Well, I think that's probably going to call it for our show tonight, our post show. Thanks for everybody for sticking around. You can check out all that information on our JP channel if you're interested in what those characters get. As always, we have some Japanese players players of the Japanese version of the game who are not themselves Japanese, I should say. And go check that out. And some memes, apparently, in general. So gotta put a kibosh on that real quick. Get the mods in there. I'm not a big fan of memeing. But thank you all. You guys have a great night. We will see you next week. And again, we'll find some time here to do some other things. So check out for some more polls moving forward. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye.